Hello there, and welcome to the first official product launch of our indoor and outdoor tables. We want to welcome you to here to Oulu, and especially a big welcome to all our guests coming from around the world. In addition to Finland, we have 10 other countries joining us today. Without further ado, I will pass the mic to our CEO, Jani-Mikael Kuusisto, and our co-founder as well.
Thank you. And this is Catherine Maloney. We call her Kat. And delightful to have you people join us live. I was actually really impressed by the number of people who signed up from North America. I know it's very, very early for you in the morning or night there, so thanks for joining, and for everyone else. Briefly, we're here today to launch our warming terrace table. In the next half an hour, you'll hear how we came with the idea, how it's been developed with our partners, and if you stay in the end, you'll learn how you can pre-order these tables. Very briefly about our company, the Warming Surfaces Company is a spin-out from VTT Research, Technical Research Institute. We are a 2-year-old company, and essentially what we've done is we have invented a new digital of warming, and we'll get back to that later in our program. But let's get with the table. Yeah. And next on our agenda, Kat, what did we have?
So I will quickly take you by our agenda. In the next 30 minutes, we're going to learn a lot of things. We're going to start to learn about the product design. Then we're going to take a little trip to Brussels. And then we're going to learn about where we discovered our market need. You will learn a bit about the energy efficiency and sustainability. And then we'll show you how we produce our material, with another trip back to Brussels to see how the people react to the warmth we bring. And then that's when the good part comes. We will tell you how you can pre-order the first tables available for business consumers across EU. And next, we'll introduce our product design.
So this is our design, what we have done on to this launch. So it's a terrace table, like Jani-Mikael already told you. This is for 4 persons, outdoor use. It's very robust and it's very versatile. And what I specifically would like to see is that it's fully automatic. So the user interface what we have here is completely like invisible. So when you gather around the table, it automatically turns on, and it provides the heat as much as needed based on what is the temperature outdoors. So basically that's simply as it is. This is something where 25 years of our printed electronics and product development has come to the stage.
And now we're going to answer an important question that's been asked to us. Why did we bring warmth into tables? And for that, we will show you a video about Mimo Airaksinen, our past board member who decided to bring warming into tables. Let's go to the video now.
And here in Brussels, where we're opening up our showroom. Mimo is a lovely, delightful person to run into, because she was actually the one who came up with this idea of doing warming tables back in 2023, when you were a board member in the Warming Surfaces Company. Hi Mimo, great to have you here.
Thank you, I'm really pleased to be here.
So could you start off by introducing yourself briefly?
Yeah.
A little bit about your background and how it relates to warming.
Great. So my name is Mimo Airaksinen, and I have been working in VTT many years, and now currently I'm Senior Vice President in SRE, which is a construction company. And kind of like the warming actually and the energy has been the kind of like the whole path of my career, one of the key things. And especially kind of like energy, how to do the energy and heating, especially in a sustainable way, because I mean heating is really using a lot of energy, but at the same time we need heating in order to feel comfortable, and that's why we need new innovations.
But as you're in the construction industry, how did you come up with the idea of warming tables and bringing warmth to terraces?
Yes, well, actually, I mean, we have so many terraces, and terraces actually are used more and more because, I mean, apartments are small ones, and also the offices are more and more smaller ones. So that's why we need the outside spaces. And we want to use, of course, the outside spaces, terraces, as long as possible. So if you have warm surfaces, so you're not actually warming the whole air, but you are only warming the comfortable way for us, for people.
Yeah. Well, you got to experience our pilot in Helsinki. We had a pilot last 1st of May in Helsinki. That was our prototype, and now you're experiencing our table, commercial table, for the first time. How does it feel?
It feels wonderful. I mean, this is really kind of like really feeling good, and not too hot, not too warm. So this is really wonderful. For example, compared to if you have heating coming from upstairs, so then you feel quite easily too warm in your head.
Yeah.
But this is comfortably kind of like for your body.
Yeah. So you do think this product will do all right in the markets?
Well, definitely, definitely.
Great. Well, what about halia warming in general? Do you see other applications? Where should we be going next with this? Who do you think will be adopting this after the table application?
Well, I do see a lot of potential, for example, in the other surfaces in the buildings, for example, in the walls. It might be also in the floors and in the ceilings. So there's quite a lot of potential in buildings for this kind of like innovation.
Yes. Yeah, and you'll be happy to hear that we have some developments ongoing in that field, of course. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. All right, but hey, won't take up more of your time. Delightful running into you in Brussels. As said, we've opened up a temporary showroom here, at least until the end of March. So stop by and come feel halia warming in tables. And Mimo, thank you. This was a wonderful idea.
Thank you.
Hi, so welcome back. And Jani Mikael, how was your trip to Brussels?
Oh, it's always great going to Brussels, and especially running into Mimo. The fact that she is an expert in warming and heating of buildings, and then she comes up with this idea that's out of the box. I have to say, I initially didn't understand, but really looking into the market needs, it is massive. So something that we learned very quickly is that in France, they banned terrace heating because the emissions were equivalent to 300,000 cars in traffic. And our technology allows essentially an emission-less way of bringing warmth back into those terraces. And we're seeing this ban spread in other places, and it's great for the environment, of course, but unfortunately, it's not very good for business. So restaurants are now suffering from these bans because people do not feel as comfortable outdoors anymore. Prior to the ban in France, 40% of restaurant servings were to outside terraces. So yeah, we want to bring warmth back into the terraces.
We are bringing the warmth back to terraces, and on that note, we would like to show you, our CPA would like to show you our latest terrace table design and the colors it'll be available for in sale.
Yeah, so one part of the sustainability is that we use materials that are long lasting. So we use a steel as the frame, which makes it very robust and strong, so that it's for professional use very safe. Then we use on the table, we use the best materials we can get from the markets. So this tabletop, the HPL comes from Surfolma as well as the actual tabletop, the core. It's Surforma's compact. And these materials, what we have at the moment available, those 5, you can see the colors on our webpage and also on the screen. But anyway, you can have also some tailored versions of the tables as well in case you are needed.
And as we heard earlier from Jani Mikael about the emissions by gas heaters, this brings us to our next topic about the energy efficiency and the emissions that will be presented by our first employee at the Warming Surfaces company, Sanna Rosu, Head of Sustainability and Projects.
Thanks, Kat. Hello, everybody. So the purpose of our existence is to bring sustainable warmth to everybody. needing it, and that is to everybody. Sustainability has been mentioned already a few times, and I want to show you some figures. In the slide, you see in one terrace case, piloting case, calculated values for how much we can save energy with our heated halia tables compared to IR lamps that are usually used in terraces, or the gas burners. So in this figure you see now, you see the emissions, how much reduced emissions we can have. Sorry. And here in this one, you'll see the energy saving potential with our technology. And I'd like to emphasize that we do everything according to the circular economy principles, from all the way from the design to the business and you end customers. So in every stage, we design everything to use as little materials as possible and as little energy, so also in the production phases. So
thank you so much, Sanna,
thank you
for that. And to bring back to what Sanna said, that sustainability is really important to us, this is the material we're using. Maybe Jani Mikael can share to you. This is the warm-in compact that you see on top of the table. And
yeah, so just very quickly, our technology is a large area radiant heating technology that is ultra thin, and we're developing it to be applied into different surface materials used in furniture and other interior built environments. A key partner for us is Surforma, who is a producer of high-pressure laminates in Portugal. They're the first one to apply halia warming into their products. And it's really a laminate, and as Jarno previously said, you can then buy it also in different colors. But I think this would be a great time to go and visit our partners and see a bit of scenes from Portugal.
all right, so now from cold Finland, let's take a warm trip down to Portugal.
Hey, my name is Cristina and I'm the Portuguese face for Halia. Today I will bring you to meet our Portuguese industrial partner Surforma that integrates Halia technology into warming HPL. Come and meet them. It's really a pleasure to be here with you today. We usually sit around the parts of the table and never at the table. And it's quite good to feel the first prototype of the Halia table. We should talk about this incredible partnership between Surforma and the Warming Surfaces company, and how at the end we arrived to this table with the worms inside. So Claudia, how did you bring this technology into the warming HPL? What was, I know you have a very funny story around getting together with Warming Surfaces. Can you share it with us, please?
Yes, Christina, actually it is a very funny story. I have to say that I know Jani for more than 12 years now. We started to work together in a company that at that time, more or less, also started to work with Surforma, precisely in this kind of innovation with technology inserted into surfaces. And back then, Jani used to play with me because I must be the coldest person he knows in Portugal. And so I believe that he thought that this technology could fit me in particular in absolute. And I also believe that we as Surforma believe that innovation is made with partnerships. Partnerships are about people and are made through people. And so I really think that these long duration relations are what make successful innovations.
We started working in embedded electronics in 2012 with Claudia and Jani in a different company. And since then, we believe that this technology is the perfect fit for our laminates, providing the laminates the endurance that the technology needs, but also having the perfect fit with our main business, that is furniture and wall paneling. So I think we can develop it even further and take it to a further step.
Well, Miguel, you are right. In fact, it's amazing to see how engineering and technology come together into a very old product and very well known in the furniture and wall paneling industry, transforming it into something that it's really different and innovative and brings warmth into people. Claudia, as I have said before, it takes really a long time to develop a product and to make it into something that it's sellable. What do you think is truly unique about the halia into the HPL, your warming product, and that differentiates it from other products from competition?
First of all, I think that halia has several advantages in comparison with other technologies. I would say that one of them is that it is a very robust technology. So we are talking about metallic tracks, yes, but made in a way that are a lot more robust than the traditional printed electronics. So I think this was a breakthrough when trying to incorporate it into HPL. Besides that, the incorporation itself into an HPL, it's quite tricky because of the process itself. As you know, it means high temperature, high pressure, and so we need a very robust raw material to put inside it. So at the end, what we have is a tabletop which is full, with the technology itself, fully integrated, with absolutely no way of delamination or degradation of the material itself, because it's fully embedded into the HPL itself.
It's right, Claudia. It's amazing how having this into a laminate can bring comfort and the ideal temperature for people using it. We are sitting here and it's really comfortable. We feel really relaxed sitting around the table because each one of us has its personal comfort temperature, and it's very interesting to have it in a surface that seems the same to everybody, but is actually quite different. Of course, that new technologies have to be proven to traditional markets such as the furniture market. And after our trip to Finland last year, after seeing the first pilot of a table with halia glued tracks, heating tracks on the back of tables, we decided that a table was a good product to launch, and it would be the first product with halia technology. Miguel, compact HPL, it's something that is very known for Surforma and for Surforma's customers. Having a ready-to-use tabletop for furniture with heating inside is a natural step. It was easy for you to embrace it, or you thought it would be hard to have it into your traditional customers?
Well, for Surforma, going from a decorative surface producer to being a component producer and a end furniture producer means a shift in the business. So for us, it is also difficult to bring disruptive products to the market. And it means to start from the beginning as a startup in terms of what the business is. But it's a step that we decided to do a long time ago, because it means to add value to our product and to control the way our product is used in the market. And it also means that we can shape the future with our products.
I really feel that the halia table is just the first step of this partnership. Miguel, how do you see warming going further in your strategy at Surforma?
We do hope to evolve from a product, a single product like a table, to surfaces that can be heated like walls or flooring, and can be controlled by domotics or other technologies that allow us to do even further with this technology. We can capture energy, we can store energy, we can use that energy to heat a room or a house or an office building. and with that save a lot of energy for people, and also at the same time do it in an intelligent way so that we can give comfort to the individual and not comfort as a product to all at the same time. So I think that's the way we want to follow up our strategy, and we want to make even more intelligent products in the future.
Claudia, are you ready for more challenges? Are you ready to version 2.0 of warming with halia? How do you see the future of this partnership and products with us?
Okay, so now you are asking me about what would be my dream in terms of product at the end and in terms of partnership with the warming surface company. So I would say that taking this era we are living in with ubiquitous computing and this kind of technologies and ideas, I would very much like to try to combine, as we said from the beginning of this interview, so we are working in this kind of technologies for more than 10 years. So it would be very nice to, at the end, have this combined product. For example, why not having a table that heats, yes, but instead of having the table plugged to the grid, why not having a photovoltaic table actually that capture the electricity and make the table warm, for example, or just have a button that is not a button, it's just one area where I just place my hand and it will trigger the heating of the table. Technologies like that or products like that.
We are really in the same page. Surforma and the Warming Surfaces company are shaping the way people feel heat and warmth every day. Hey Holo, that's all from Portugal. Over to you guys.
Thank you, Team Portugal. And Claudia Costa mentioned, Yanni Mikael, that she's known you for 12 years.
We've had the honor and pleasure to work together for many years, and very, very creative person. And as said, HPL integration, you saw that's in industrial production. They're already planning for the next generations, but we're now introducing the first generation, how we brought it in. And we brought along our team member Mikko Keränen. Mikko heads our supply and production side to tell a little bit of the electronics and how these products are controlled.
So inside the very heart of warming table you can find a rigid printed circuit board that drives the whole warming table product. So there are heating warming sensors and the optical sensors which recognizes the end users which are coming to use the table. So all of these heaters are used only when the end users are coming to sit around the table. And to be on the safe side, the whole electronics is safely integrated inside the table cross, so the end user won't be able to use it. So this is very simple, just plug and play use.
Yeah, so what you have below the table is 4 seating areas, 4 separate heaters, and then you have the electronics which then is attached to the tabletop. So everything is here safely guarded inside below the table. And one very key aspect of this is ability to produce in industrial scale. That production is being set up as we speak. That's why we speak of pre-orders, and first shipments will happen August-September timeframe. But the tabletops are in production, the electronics are in production, and everything is being brought together really soon. Thank you, Mikko, for stopping by. Yes, I want to highlight that this first product, we're mainly focusing on the hospitality sector, on restaurants, hotels, businesses that can take full advantage of bringing these warming tables into their terraces. For the energy savings, which are significant, depending on where you are in Europe, no emissions, practically no emissions. But in addition to that, we have the aspect of comfort. And I wanted to quickly share one slide of this, because a key element of sustainability is also the human aspect, the social aspect of this. And yes, this is a slightly technical slide, but let me explain briefly. The test dummy on the left is how the warming feels when you have an overhead infrared radiator. It really warms your head, but your feet remain cold. How our product functions is that you have the radiant warming below the table. It's warming your large muscles, and as your large muscles in your legs warm up, that warmth actually flows through your body. So we were delighted to see these figures from the simulations that these table warming is almost twice as more comfortable as the conventional terrace heaters. Now, looking at the human aspect, one key element for us is Brussels again.
Yeah, so we will be taking another trip, return to Brussels, where we will see the reactions of people to our table. Firstly, in a showroom, and secondly, in the central station of Brussels. So, going to the video in Brussels right now.
Welcome to Brussels. I'm Tatiana Ikoto. I'm here to introduce you to our showroom and offices in Brussels. So I am in the company in charge of the branding management and the customer experience, and we are organized a lot of exciting events, and come follow me for more. So here we are at Aspria La Rasante, Brussels, and today we are organizing a pop-up show where we are showing our product, our warming table to the public, and it's really, really exciting because the place is really nice, cozy. It looks like Halia. Tomorrow we have another really, really nice event at the Brussels train station where the table will be available for the public. We'll be there talking with people, making them feel our table, and also just connecting. So it's the spirit of Halia. It's all about connecting, and tomorrow we will just connect with people. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Tatiana. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, did you feel the table?
Yeah. It's very nice, especially like in places like this are super cold. It's super nice to just like arrive, sit, and have this super warm.
I'm so glad you like it. Did you already feel something like this? Did you have this kind of...
I felt like the moment I sat down, I felt like a wave of heat coming onto my legs. It was very nice, very welcoming.
And where are you from?
I'm from Portugal.
So is it warm enough for you to know about Portugal and everything?
It depends on the winter. It's like super cold, not as cold as like in here in Finland, but it's kind of cold in the winter. In the summer, it's like kind of warm. I don't know, but it's not that warm. So yeah, it's very nice.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for sharing your experience. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that was Tatiana Ikoto from Brussels. She heads our brand management, and she brings the warmth to our table and into the hearts of our customers. And that being said, we would like to talk a little bit about the benefits of our warming table. The first benefit being the energy efficiency. And Mikael, could you say a bit more about the energy efficiency?
Yeah, we haven't mentioned it earlier, but essentially this entire table, when 4 people are sitting around it, it's running at maximum about 120 watts. That's equivalent to these old world incandescent lamps, 2 of these on at the same time. But as was mentioned earlier, these elements are on only when someone is sitting there. So factually, at times you'll have about 28, 30 watts, sometimes 60. So quite rare that it would be even at that 120. Major energy savings. Of course, you're a restaurant owner, operator. You'll appreciate those savings in the bottom line.
And yeah, these energy efficiencies mean that there will be decreased CO2 emissions for the planet, increased comfort and happiness for people, and increased customer retention for our friends and the businesses in the restaurant industry. So now for the question of the day. How and where can people start pre-ordering these tables?
All right, so during this broadcast, we've opened up our online shop in our website at halia.fi. And before we go into the price, I just want to say briefly, in addition to the energy savings, really this customer retention is a key point. We've had the pleasure of piloting this in a couple of locations. Feedback has been amazing, both in terms of the user satisfaction, and what user satisfaction leads to is they spend more time at the terraces and obviously consuming more drinks and foods, which is always great for business. So I guess it's time to show the price.
Yeah, and also who can purchase these? So we mentioned earlier about
Yes.
the business customers in EU.
Yes, we definitely want to highlight it. At this point, the pre-ordering is available for businesses in the EU. We are working on making it available elsewhere as well. So if you are outside of the EU and interested, do get in touch with us now through sales@halia.fi. We're happy to discuss, but the pre-orders are open for EU-based businesses. In September, if you want tables earlier, do get in touch with us. We do have a subscription model available as well. And I want to say one more thing. So those first tens of buyers of tables, we'll throw on top Halia warming wool socks. They'll keep you warm while you wait for our tables to arrive. All right, I think that's the main point, but just to highlight again, available for order now, online through our web shop.
And I've been wondering this whole broadcast where the entire team is. So there's our team, and also, as Jani Mikael said, you can now pre-order the tables at halia.fi. That is HALIA.fi. And
yeah,
we
thanks
look
for
forward
joining
to
us.
speaking with you.
And big hugs.
Yes.